That rusty old pickup truck your neighbor threw away last year? It just sold for more than most people's houses. You're about to discover how some forgotten farm trucks became million-dollar masterpieces. Right now, there's a pickup truck revolution happening, and it's turning everyday work trucks into serious moneymakers. We're talking about vehicles that people used to haul hay and lumber, now selling for prices that would make luxury car dealers jealous. Today, I'm counting down 10 old pickups that went from scrap yard candidates to absolute gold mines, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which trucks to look for and why they became so incredibly valuable. Before we dive in, here's something wild. Only 1.5% of people watching this channel are actually subscribed. If you're getting value from this content, hitting that subscribe button really helps me get monetized and keep bringing you these deep dives into automotive history. It takes literally 1 second, and it makes a huge difference. Let's start our countdown with some trucks that will blow your mind. Number 10, 1953 to 1956 Ford F-100. Back in the day, the Ford F-100 was just another work truck. Farmers bought them, construction workers beat them up, and most people saw them as disposable tools. But something crazy happened over the past decade. These trucks started showing up at car shows, and suddenly everyone wanted one. A decent 1953 F-100 that you could have picked up for $3,000 in 2010 is now worth anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000. The really clean ones? They're pushing $50,000 or more. That's not just appreciation, that's a complete transformation. What made these trucks special was their design. Ford completely redesigned the F-Series in 1953, giving it a more modern look that aged incredibly well. The rounded fenders, the wide grille, and those classic proportions hit the sweet spot between rugged and stylish. Plus, they're relatively easy to modify, which made them perfect for the hot rod and custom truck scene. The crazy part is how fast this happened. In 2015, you could still find decent F-100s for reasonable money. By 2020, prices had doubled. By 2023, they'd doubled again. Early adopters who bought these trucks as project vehicles suddenly found themselves sitting on serious investments. Number 9, 1967 to 1972 Chevrolet C/K series. Here's where things get interesting. The late 60s and early 70s C/K trucks were everywhere. Chevy sold hundreds of thousands of them, and they were the backbone of American commerce for decades. Most people figured they'd always be common and cheap.
Wrong.
A clean 1970 C10 short bed that sold for $8,000 in 2012 is now worth $25,000 to $40,000, depending on condition and options. The really desirable ones, think big block engines, rare colors, or low-mileage examples, are pushing $60,000 or more. What drove this explosion? Social media played a huge role. Instagram and YouTube started showcasing these trucks in builds and restoration projects. Suddenly, everyone could see how good these trucks looked when done right. The clean lines, the perfect stance, and the endless modification potential made them stars. But there's more to it than just looks. This generation of Chevy truck represented peak simplicity. They were reliable, parts were available, and you could work on them with basic tools. In an era where modern vehicles are getting more complex every year, these trucks offered something people craved: straightforward, honest transportation with serious style. Number 8, 1973 to 1987 Chevrolet C10 Square Body. If the earlier C/K trucks were valuable, the square body generation that followed became absolutely legendary. These trucks defined an entire era of American automotive design, and their value explosion caught almost everyone off guard. 10 years ago, square body C10s were the trucks you bought when you couldn't afford anything else. They were work trucks, beaters, and project vehicles for people on tight budgets. A running square body could be had for $2,000 or $3,000 all day long. Today, forget about it. Clean examples are selling for $20,000 to $30,000. Show quality builds are hitting $50,000 or more. Even rough project trucks are commanding prices that would have seemed insane just a few years ago. The square body gained its legendary status through a perfect storm of factors. First, they looked amazing. The clean, geometric lines gave them a timeless appearance that worked whether the truck was stock or heavily modified. Second, they were incredibly versatile. You could build them as lowriders, hot rods, off-road machines, or show trucks, and they looked right in every role. But the real kicker was scarcity. These trucks lived hard lives. They were work vehicles, and most of them got used until they fell apart. Finding clean examples became increasingly difficult, and as demand grew, prices skyrocketed. Number 7. 1978 to 1979 Ford F-150 Lariat. Now we're getting into some serious money territory. The late 70s F-150, especially the Lariat trim, represents one of the most dramatic value increases in pickup truck history. These weren't just work trucks. They were Ford's attempt to make pickups luxurious, and that early luxury truck concept became incredibly valuable. A 1979 F-150 Lariat in good condition was worth maybe $5,000 in 2010. Today, clean examples are selling for $25,000 to $35,000. The really special ones, low mileage, rare colors, or perfectly original examples, are pushing $50,000 or more. What made these trucks special was their timing. The late 70s represented the end of an era for American automotive design. These were the last of the big, unapologetically American trucks before emissions regulations and fuel economy standards changed everything. They had presence, character, and a certain swagger that modern trucks, for all their capabilities, just can't match. The Lariat package added another layer of desirability. These trucks had features that were considered luxury in their day: air conditioning, power steering, automatic transmissions, and upgraded interiors. They were the trucks successful people drove, and that status symbol aspect became part of their modern appeal. Number 6. 1955 to 1957 Chevrolet Cameo Carrier. Here's where we start getting into truly rare territory. The Cameo Carrier was Chevrolet's answer to Ford's stylish Ranchero, but it predated the Ranchero by several years. These trucks were ahead of their time, combining the utility of a pickup with car-like styling and features. Chevrolet only made about 16,000 Cameo Carriers over 3 years, making them rare from the start. But rarity alone doesn't create value. Desirability does, and the Cameo had that in spades. A decent Cameo that might have sold for $15,000 in 2000 is now worth $60,000 to $80,000. Show quality examples are pushing well over $100,000. That's supercar money for a pickup truck. What drove the Cameo's value explosion was its unique position in automotive history. These trucks represented Chevrolet's first serious attempt to make pickup stylish rather than purely functional. The Cameo had features no other pickup offered: a fiberglass bed that was flush with the cab, car-like styling cues, and an attention to aesthetics that was revolutionary for a work vehicle. Collectors began to recognize the Cameo as a pivotal moment in pickup truck evolution. It wasn't just a truck, it was a statement about where the industry was heading. That historical significance, combined with genuine rarity and stunning looks, created a perfect storm for value appreciation. Number 5. 1956 to 1957 Ford F-100 Big Window. The Big Window F-100 represents one of Ford's most beautiful truck designs ever, and collectors have finally started to recognize its significance. These trucks featured a dramatically larger rear window compared to earlier F-100s, giving them a more modern, airy appearance that was ahead of its time. In 2005, you could buy a decent big window F-100 for $8,000 to $10,000. Today, clean examples are selling for $30,000 to $40,000. The absolute best examples, Concours quality restorations, or incredibly rare original survivors, are approaching $60,000. What makes the big window special is its perfect balance of classic truck aesthetics with forward-thinking design. The larger window wasn't just a styling exercise, it improved visibility and gave the truck a more spacious feel. Combined with Ford's excellent proportions and build quality, it created a truck that looked right whether it was parked at a car show or hauling a load of lumber. The restoration community played a huge role in driving up values. As more people began restoring these trucks, they discovered just how good they looked when done properly. The clean lines, the perfect stance, and the timeless appeal made them natural show winners, and show-winning trucks command premium prices. Number 4. 1967 to 1968 Chevrolet C10 Fleetside. The first-generation C10 Fleetside represents peak Chevrolet truck design, and values have exploded as collectors recognized its significance. These trucks marked Chevrolet's transition from purely functional work vehicles to trucks that could serve double duty as daily drivers and style statements. A clean 1967 C10 Fleetside that sold for $12,000 in 2010 is now worth $30,000 to $45,000. The really special examples, big block engines, rare options, or documented low-mileage survivors, are pushing $60,000 or more. What drove this value explosion was the truck's perfect timing in automotive history. The 1967 to 1968 C10 represented the sweet spot between classic truck ruggedness and modern refinement. They had the clean, purposeful lines that define great truck design, but with enough sophistication to work as everyday vehicles. The customization potential also played a huge role. These trucks responded incredibly well to modifications, whether you wanted to go the hot rod route, the luxury route, or the performance route. That versatility made them appealing to a wide range of enthusiasts, which drove up demand and, consequently, prices. Number 3. 1953 to 1956 Ford F-100 panel truck. Now we're getting into seriously rare territory. The F-100 panel truck was Ford's commercial delivery vehicle designed for businesses that needed enclosed cargo space. Ford didn't make many of them, and most that survived lived hard-working lives until they were used up and scrapped. Finding a decent panel truck 15 years ago might have cost you $10,000 to $15,000. Today, you're looking at $40,000 to $60,000 for a good example. The absolute best restorations, or incredibly rare survivors, are approaching $100,000. The panel truck's value explosion came from multiple factors. First, they're genuinely rare. Ford made far fewer panel trucks than regular pickups, and survival rates were low because they were purely commercial vehicles. Second, they have incredible visual impact. The panel truck's enclosed rear end gives it a unique silhouette that stands out at any gathering. But the real driver was the hot rod community's discovery of these trucks. Customizers realized that panel trucks made perfect platforms for wild builds. You could create everything from street rods to race haulers to mobile shops, and they all looked amazing. As more high-profile builds appeared at shows and in magazines, demand skyrocketed. Number 2. 1959 Chevrolet Apache Fleetside. The 1959 Apache represents the pinnacle of late 50s Chevrolet truck design, and its value has exploded as collectors recognized its significance. This was the last year of Chevrolet's task force design, and many consider it the most refined and attractive version of the series. A good 1959 Apache that might have sold for $8,000 in 2000 is now worth $35,000 to $50,000. The absolute best examples, Concours restorations or incredibly rare original survivors, are pushing $75,000 or more. What makes the 1959 Apache special is its position as the evolution of Chevrolet's truck design philosophy. The 1959 model refined everything that came before it, with improved proportions, better detailing, and a more sophisticated overall appearance. It represented the moment when Chevrolet trucks transitioned from purely functional vehicles to machines with genuine style and presence. The restoration community's embrace of the Apache drove much of its value appreciation. As more people began restoring these trucks, they discovered just how stunning they looked when properly done. The combination of classic 50s styling with excellent proportions and timeless appeal made them natural show winners. Number 1. 1956 Ford F-100 Crown Victoria pickup. Here's the truck that absolutely nobody saw coming, and it represents one of the most dramatic value explosions in automotive history. Ford only made the Crown Victoria pickup for 1 year, and it was barely a footnote in most truck histories until collectors discovered just how special it really was. The Crown Victoria pickup was Ford's attempt to bring car luxury to the truck world. It featured the Crown Victoria's distinctive glass roof panel, luxury interior appointments, and premium trim levels. Ford made very few of them, and most people didn't know they existed until recently. In 2000, if you could even find a Crown Victoria pickup, you might have paid $20,000 for a decent example. Today, clean examples are selling for $80,000 to $100,000. The absolute best examples, Concours restorations or original survivors, are approaching $150,000. What created this explosion was the perfect combination of extreme rarity, stunning visual impact, and historical significance. The Crown Victoria pickup represented Ford's most ambitious attempt to elevate the pickup truck to luxury status, decades before luxury trucks became mainstream. It was genuinely ahead of its time. The truck's unique glass roof panel creates an unmistakable silhouette that stops traffic at any show. Combined with the F100's excellent proportions and Ford's premium interior treatment, it creates a vehicle that looks like nothing else on the road. But the real kicker was discovery by serious collectors. As the collector car market matured and enthusiasts began looking for truly unique pieces, the Crown Victoria pickup's combination of rarity, beauty, and historical significance made it irresistible. Once serious money started chasing these trucks, prices went through the roof. So there you have it, 10 pickup trucks that went from everyday work vehicles to serious investments. The crazy part is that this transformation happened incredibly quickly. Most of these value explosions occurred within the last decade, catching almost everyone off guard. What can we learn from this? First, don't assume that common vehicles will always be worthless. Second, pay attention to design excellence. The trucks that aged well were the ones with timeless proportions and clean styling. Third, rarity eventually matters, especially when combined with desirability. The pickup truck market has fundamentally changed. These aren't just work vehicles anymore. They're collectible automobiles with serious investment potential. And based on current trends, this is just the beginning. If you're thinking about getting into classic trucks, now you know which ones to look for and why they became so valuable. Just remember, the next gold mine might be sitting in a barn right now, waiting for someone to recognize its potential. Click that next video to see what classic cars are about to explode in value next.